Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mustika Azidin. I'm going to present about Smart Classroom presentation from group 17. So this is my group member, Putri Balkis binti Amran, Siti Nur Hashimah binti Muhammad Razali, Cik Nur Hasni binti Cik Razali, Muhammad Anis Mustaqim bin Muhammad Saimi, and me myself, Mustika binti Azidin. Smart classroom concept. Smart classroom is a digitally equipped classroom with a huge variety of teaching and learning methods using technology. Smart classroom incorporates audio and visual components to lesson. For example, students can use artificial intelligence (AI) to simulate their models of various automotive components, and this has been implemented in a university. For equipment management, the first one that we need to do is to monitor the equipment systematically, run virus checks on computer regularly. This needs to be done to avoid any problem that can happen to the equipment in the smart classroom. Clean the smart classroom equipment on a routine basis to increase their lifespan. Next, maintaining the coordination on addition or deletion of any software. Lastly, we can report problem logs to track performance and usage of each equipment. For safety management, university management must protect about student data privacy. This can be done by implementing smart ID card technology at an immense value in terms of enhancing the security of schools, colleges, and other learning centers with IoT, provide a distress button option, and provide intelligent camera for student safety. For energy saving management, all the equipment must be turned off at the end of the class to avoid that the electricity will tie up if the equipment is not turned off. Keep classroom computers and other devices plugged into power strips to help mitigate their standby power usage. And lastly, place a timetable on the door of special room. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Balkis binti Amran, and I will explain about the background study and also about the research. Okay, so for background study, okay, we decided to use the literature review method for the background study. Okay, first article that I choose is about how smart is smart classroom. So from this article, I found that there is 4 measures of teaching and learning experience in this for the smart classroom, which is smart content, smart interaction and engagement, smart assessment, and smart physical environment. Okay, then the next article is about the design of smart classroom. Okay, so from the article, I find out that the design of smart classroom should have been carried out with the help of the teaching tools. Okay, for example, using identification as face identification as an attendance for the test, exam, and so on. Okay, then for the next article is about IoT based of Internet Things. Okay, so from here, is about the IoT is based cloud is to improve learning methods and efficiency of the students of everyday activities. Okay, for example, from the article it shows that the team members of the study use the facial recognition as the automatic update of a student attendance. Okay, so here I will explain a little bit about it. Okay, so when the student enter the classroom, the camera will capture the student's face from the camera video and compare it with the database and find the similar image from the cloud server and then mark their attendance automatically. So here faculty also can check their attendance and also track the attendance. Okay, if there is any absent in the attendance, okay, so the notification will send to the kid or parent, and also if the notification also will be sent to their phone from the phone number on in the based on the plan for our smart classroom. Okay, the problem about the poor internet connection, so we decided to put the internet Wi-Fi router in the class. And the problem with the projector, we can use the e-board, and also if the problem with the attendance, we can use the uh, identification face recognition for attendance. There is a link with the cloud, IoT cloud. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cik Nur Hasmi binti Cik Razali. For my part, which is development and validation of the smart classroom inventory. As we know, usually the typical smart classroom it will use the instructional devices such as lantern slide, projectors, films, and television sets because it helps instructors teaching content reach further, make their voice stronger, and even record audio and video information that might otherwise be forgotten. As the educational environment transitioned to the electronic era, it changed to use the computer. But the world of education is constantly changing, and one of the most significant innovations that has redefined the scope of learning is the use of technology in education. A physical classroom that expands into a digital area is known as a digital classroom. In a digital classroom, students can track their progress and professors can highlight student work because technology facilitates easy access to learning resources and networks. For the development and validation of a scale evaluating technology-rich classroom environment, it uses the educational applications and website in digital classroom to help students study more effectively. It includes feedback loops and technology. The feedback loops can guarantee that students receive timely feedback from their teachers. It also important in promoting more engagement since virtual classes or video may make a tough or dull subject more fascinating. And the fun part is it includes hardware, software, operating systems, and social media platform. So students can access knowledge outside of the classroom using digital learning technique. For the effectiveness of a digital classroom, this is the positive feedback of the digital classroom. As we can see from the graph, it shows the higher result for very much and somewhat compared to very little and not at all. So this proves that most students interested with digital classroom. From the table, it shows the benefit of digital classroom. It's very helpful in increasing the interest in learning, cultivate learning ability, improve classroom learning enthusiasm, and improve cross-cultural communication skills. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Hashimah binti Muhammad Razali and my matrix number is AE190046. So today I will present the methodology and the project timeline. In this methodology part, we describe process and procedures followed to understand how digital classroom can give positive impact to the student. We use a qualitative research method, which is non-numerical data is collected and analyzed to better comprehend concepts, opinions, or experience. It helps in understanding of a subject or to develop fresh research ideas. We also outline the research design and strategy, then describe it in a table to make it easier to understand. For methodology, we divide it into 3 parts, which are component, research choice, and explanation. First component is research topic and problem, and the research choice is basic research. The aim for basic research is advancing knowledge about digital devices for classroom learning. Next component is research question and purposes. For this research choice is quite detailed, which is how digital classroom can facilitate educational for lecturers and students in faculty, and there are sub-questions based on it. The sub-questions are: first, in what ways do students and lecturers use the digital devices in classroom learning activities? Second, what kind of digital devices that help the learning activities in classroom. And third, how do the ways of use contribute to the educational purposes of classroom learning activities. All of that is to provide a description and understanding of how students and lecturers use digital devices for classroom learning and the kind of digital devices that help the learning activities and the contributions of the users to the educational purposes. Lastly, data analysis and evaluation is from the article Benefits of Creating Digital Classrooms in School from the author Evans.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is Muhammad and this is Mustaqim bin Muhammad Shuaimi, and I will present about analysis and impact of engineering design. Okay, the engineering design is a process, it's a series of steps that engineers follow to come up with a solution to a problem. For the risk of the smart classroom, for example, recently some part of Malaysia just got hit by flood issue, which caused one of the electrical substation at Shah Alam to explode. So, if there is no power, that means smart classroom cannot be held and must return to the normal classroom. And for the cost of smart classroom, first point is we need a large amount of budget, and we need to consider the cost of repairing and the maintenance. We also need to consider the security to make sure that the equipment does not get stolen. Okay, for the cost table, we have done some research, and for the 55-inch interactive whiteboard, the price is around 4,180 ringgit, and for the accessories, we have pen and eraser, which is cost around 104 ringgit and 836 ringgit. And then for the wall mount and rolling stands, which around 1,045 ringgit to 6,270 ringgit. And for the Fusion T60, which is a smart tablet, which we found the cheapest one, which is 1,668 ringgit. And for the control face recognition, it's cost 750 ringgit. And for the Wi-Fi router, which is cost 500 ringgit. The next point is safety of the smart classroom. Safety of the smart classroom is the one of the important aspect in designing or planning a project. So the first one is the equipment are high quality and guarantee safety. And the second one, the placement of the equipment is safe area and install it correctly. And the next point, follow the procedure on how to use the equipment. And the last point is make sure that equipment are in the. For the impact of the smart classroom to the environment, first is smart classroom is eco-friendly and it helps limiting the use of the paper, pen, ink and pencil. And
Project timeline is a visual list of tasks or activities organized by date that allows project managers to see the entire project in one place, that usually shown by a horizontal bar chart with each task assigned a name and a start and end date. In order to show our progress, we created a Gantt chart to easy us to go through along the entire project. Okay, so based on the Gantt chart, we take 44 days for the digital classroom project from 16 November 2021 until 29 December 2021, and along the period we did group members briefing, brainstorming the ideas, develop project proposal, receive the project approval, defining the project scope, project research, collection data analysis and evaluation, project methodology identifying, analysis and impact of engineering design identifying, do the preliminaries budget, engineering costing analysis, process and design planning, management chart, project, financial plan, and backup strategy planning.
in conclusion, the smart classroom is very beneficial to the students and lecturers in Newtation. for lecturers, it helps ease up lecturers' works. For example, lecturers do not need to print and hand out the notes. And for the student doesn't need to carry big heavy books everywhere anymore. They just need to carry their tablets to the class. And for the recommendation, smart classroom should be implemented in ETHM and others university so that student and lecturer can improve and adapt to the technologies, and it also helps students to enjoy their study life.